and welcome to part 2 of our Summer of Fire series, all about building a strong, healthy core. So we're going to be working on pelvic floor strength today and the pelvic floor inner thigh connection. So we're going to have a yoga strap, a stretchy band, a mini band, and 2 bricks. Okay, take a moment and just roll the inner thighs back and wide. Sitting nice and tall, press the fingertips down just to lift up through the sides of the body, rolling the shoulders back. And then when you feel nice and lifted, resting the hands onto the thighs, allowing the eyes to gently close. And we'll spend a few moments just tuning into our breath, noticing how we're feeling, how our energy is. See if we can feel that heaviness right in the center of the sitting bones. And feel that broadness in the front sides and back of the chest. With each inhale, feel that the pelvic floor is relaxing, the diaphragm moving down, pulling the air into the lungs. And every time you exhale, the pelvic floor gently lifts and the diaphragm lifts up. I like to imagine the movement of the diaphragm and the pelvic floor like a jellyfish moving together. One more breath here. And letting the eyes gently open. And we're going to do a little TVA breathing. So you're going to use your fingertips, find your belly button, a few inches on either side. And you're going to inhale down into the belly, broaden in all directions. And then you're going to pick up your pelvic floor and breathing like you're breathing through a straw. The fingers should narrow. That way you know you're breathing, your transverse abdominis is activating. Inhale to broaden. Exhale, lift up. Tightening. Good for 3. Good for 4. Good for 5. Good, inhaling lift. Exhale for 6. Good, inhale. Good, tightening, tightening, tightening. One more inhale. Very good. Okay, on to our backs. Getting a brick. So doing some squeezes now in our pelvic tilt. So taking the brick in between the inner thighs. We're going to inhale, relax the pelvic floor, let the pelvis tilt forward, spread. And then exhale, you're going to squeeze your brick and move your tailbone towards your heels. Exhaling through your mouth. Inhale to broaden. And exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, broaden. Exhale to lift. Good. Let's add the bridge. Inhale, broaden. Exhale. Lifting into bridge. Inhale to lower. Exhale, squeeze, little pelvic tilt. Lifting. And down. For 4. For 5. Squeezing, lift 6. For 7. And 8. Good, squeezing that brick, bringing the legs up into tabletop. I'm going to just move it up a little bit higher. Arms down. Now I'm going to keep that squeeze. I'm going to take the entire pose to my right. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, lift. Exhale to the left side. and center. Really squeezing that brick. Good, now pick it up, squeeze. Little pickups now of the low belly. Good, now you're going to go into an anterior tilt, let your low back lift, and posture. So you're adding that pelvic tilt. Right, because we want to have our core strong in all different areas and all different movements, not just neutral, not just pelvic tilt. And if it hurts your back, then just go back to the low back pushing. One more. Fantastic. Releasing there, giving yourself a little squeeze. Good. One more great little thing I love to do for the transverse abdominis is to set up into tabletop. Get your low back pushing on the floor. Bring your hands to the front of the thighs. Push the thighs up and away. Inhale. Exhale. Now push your knees back into the hands. This is going to get that deep core working, and we're holding, breathing through the nose for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. Diaphragmatic breathing, wide ribs. Good. Now you're going to go into the inner thighs. So hands crossed, pushing through the inner knees press, hands pressing back into knees, low back on the floor, lifting the low belly, and we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep lifting, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Fantastic. Here we go. One more time. Hands to the outer knees. Okay, now we do an outer press and then pressing out. Low back on the floor. Feel that deep core connection. Holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Very good. Coming up onto our left side, we're going to get our little mini band. Woo, it's hot in here today. There we go. Okay, so the left leg is going to have it around the ankle like that. Sorry, around the foot like that. And then my other foot, I'm just going to pop that around my ankle so it's a bit more secure. It's going to hold. Okay, so now I'm going to push through my left side. And I'm going to lift that inner thigh. And I'm going to squeeze every time, pushing through the band. Up, up, up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11, 12. Good. Now just do a static hold up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Band around the ankles. Lying onto my side. Okay, so I'm going to take my front leg forward, back leg back. This back leg, now this left leg is going to push back. Okay. You could put something to support this front leg, but it's this bottom leg, this inner thigh squeeze and a press. Back, back, 6, 7, 8, pelvic floor up, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Second side. You can just roll over or change. So around the ankle and then around the foot. So I got my elbow on the mat, and now this right leg is going to lift. Up, up, strong in the belly, up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good, around the ankles. So now I'm going to kick back with this bottom leg. Back, 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 right into this inner thigh. Back, back, back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11, 12. Very good. And coming up, releasing the band, taking our break. Okay, into our squeeze, and we'll take it into some bridge work now. So some boat work now. So we're going to squeeze our brick, hands back, lean it back, squeeze. Okay, then forward down into canoe, up and squeeze, forward, lift, forward, lift, forward, lift, forward, lift, forward, lift, forward, lift. 2 more. 1 more. Well done. Leaning forward. Fantastic. We're going to go legs wide. Okay, so we're going to keep with this inner thigh theme. And we're going to do some leg lifts. So doesn't matter how high your leg lifts up. Now when you go to lift your leg, if it doesn't move, you're going to bring your leg forward more. Don't go so long, right? The further your feet are away from your center, the harder it is, right? The longer the lever, the heavier the load. So external rotation, tapping into these bad boys. Taking an inhale, exhale, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! And by doing it in external and wide, we are biasing the inner thigh a little bit more. Okay, here we go. 10 more here. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Swing the legs around. Okay, get your stretchy band now. You're going to pop it around your sacrum. We're going to do some pelvic tilts and some pelvic floor relaxing and lifting with the added awareness of the band. I love using the band for this. So nice, wide. Yours might be a little sticky like mine. And we're going to pop it over the sacrum like that. And then you're going to pop your hands down. Okay. And now you're going to let the band move you into a tilt. And then you're going to, oh, mine's rolling, sorry. Go a little bit lower, a little bit less resistance. There we go. Roll and back. You know what? Let's do this without bringing our hands down. Let's grab the bricks. Sorry. Grab your bricks. So that should be better. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now tilt. If it's still rolling, don't worry. Up and down. Okay, and I just want to get this pelvis really moving up and down. Up and down. 2 more. 1 more. Fantastic. Come up with your right foot forward. Bring your hands on your pelvis and go forward and back a couple times. Good, and then we're gonna lift up and drop it down. So you're lifting up, back, right? Up, back, and then we're gonna circle, circle, circle. Get low back pain. Movements like this can be really helpful. Circle, go forward. Good, you can grab that brick. Open up that right arm. Little twist. Fantastic. Down dog. Step your left foot forward, back knee down. Starting with those tilts. Forward and back. Moving that pelvis. Good, getting some tilting action. Good, circle, circle, circle both directions. Lifting from the pelvic floor. Good, going down. Walk that knee back, open, open, open. Fantastic. Shift around. Take a brick. Sitting into our malasana. Okay, so elbows pressing out. Opening up the groins, leaning forward. Going forward. Relaxing our head. Good, and you're just going to do little pickups. Up and down. Up and down. Bum back. Up. Up. Good, and then off the brick, side to side. Side to side. Good, letting the pelvis sink. Good, sitting. We're going to finish with a frog stretch. Another great one for inner thighs. So you're going to just roll your mat, turn it sideways, roll your mat on either side, like that. And we'll come with our knees onto the mat. And then you're going to practice pressing the weight back and forward. Back and forward. Back and forward. And then pushing the weight back. Let your tailbone lift up, down, up, down. Relax the pelvic floor here. Little lift. Relax. Relax, sit back into that full range and holding. Nice deep breaths. Fantastic. Slowly come out. Unwind your mat onto our backs. Well done, everybody. Giving yourself a nice big squeeze. Knees into the chest. To one side. And to the other. And back to center. Stretching those legs forward. Tailbone towards your heels. And then taking a couple minutes now just to let everything release in your belly, in your back, pelvic floor, everything relaxing. Turning that inner gaze towards your heart. And then resting in stillness. Good. We'll just bring a little movement to our fingers and toes as we come up. Just sit for a moment, just hands on our heart, and just acknowledging the work we've done. We'll finish with an Om today, taking a big inhale. Om. Namaste. And thank you so much for joining me for part 2. We shall do one more part tomorrow for part 3. I look forward to seeing you then.